This is an overview of the Cybersecurity trading card game, or TCG. The main point of this game is to maintain your PC security, represented by the 10 points of security right here, while bringing your opponents down to 0 points of security. Since this is a multiplayer game, you can see that there are 2 players on a team at the bottom of the screen and 2 players on a team at the top of the screen. You will be working in cooperation to try and bring down these 2 players, and they will also be in turn working against you 2. The ultimate objective of the game is to get both players on the opposing team down to 0. Even if you bring down one player to 0, the other player can continue to play and possibly take out both players, but obviously it will be much more difficult with only one person left on the team. Just to go over some of the game board, obviously the most important point is your PC. This is represented right here by 10 points. To the upper left, you'll see a network. Everybody has their own separate network. This acts as a shield to any incoming attacks to your PC. So if somebody was to attack your PC with 3 points of damage and your network had 2 points of security, it would go through the network, subtract 2 points, and only do 1 damage to your PC. Over here you have the antivirus. This acts to clean up your PC every turn and essentially replenish the security. So if you have 1 point of antivirus, it will add 1 point of security to your PC every single turn. We have 4 different types of cards currently. This is a network card. You can tell based on the blue background. So when you play this card, you play it directly onto the network, providing 2 points of security. Next we have the anti-spyware antivirus card. You can see it's colored green to represent the green antivirus slot. The third version of cards are called internet cards. These do many different types of things. For the most part, they do damage the opposing player currently. So right here you can see that there is a -1 in the top left and the -1 in the top center. So that represents a -1 point to antivirus and -1 point to the PC. Obviously, if you're doing any damage to the PC, it has to go through the network, so any security that is available on the network could potentially block that damage. However, the antivirus cannot be blocked. The fourth type of card is called a cybersecurity card. These are very rare in your deck builds, but they are also very powerful. This one in particular has a 3 in the bottom center, which means that it will heal your PC for 3 points of security immediately. So this demo was created using the Tabletop Simulator. It is a game found on PC that can allow you to create your own custom game boards. The final version of the game will actually be a lot more user-friendly. You will not need to make quite so many actions yourself. It will all be taken care of by the game engine, and a lot of the animations will be improved to better represent what sort of actions you're taking throughout your turn. Let's go ahead and go through a few turns to show you how the game is played. So I will go ahead and start with this player. The first thing that you can do on your turn is choose whether or not you want to discard one of the cards in your hand and immediately draw from this deck. The benefit of that is that you can get rid of a card that does not seem to be beneficial at the moment and draw something that is more useful, but the drawback is that you only have a limited number of cards in your deck and you will be discarding a card without using it. Make sure to remember that drawing from an empty deck will automatically do 1 point of damage apart from any other actions that take place that turn. So I'm going to go ahead and play the network card just to make sure that I have a good defense to start out with. The next step is to resolve this card. Obviously I've placed it on the network and it now is protecting me for 2 points. Since I do not have an antivirus card, every single turn my PC takes damage from normal wear and tear. So I'm going to deduct 1 point, and then I'm going to draw my next card from the deck to get ready for my next turn. turn continues with another player on the opposite team, then your teammate, the opposing teammate, and then it brings back to you. I'm going to go ahead and send the turn over to the next team. So this player will now have a turn. So we'll go ahead and take a look at their cards. They have an antivirus expired, which is an attack card, a DDoS attack, which is also an attack card, but it attacks the network as opposed to antivirus, and then a malware attack card, which just directly attacks the PC. Since I have a network security in place, this player will go ahead and attack that network security, doing 2 points of damage to the network security and 1 point of damage directly to my PC. That will knock out all of my network security and immediately do 1 point of damage to my PC. I'll go ahead and discard this card. Since I do not have any antivirus on this player, they also lose a point. I will now draw a card for this player to replenish their hand and then turn the play over to this team. It is now the teammate's turn to act. I'm going to go ahead and play the anti-spyware card. This has 1 point towards antivirus, which means that every turn I replenish 1 point of security to my PC. Unfortunately, my PC is already at full health, so it doesn't actually help me this turn. I'm going to go ahead and deduct 1 point to represent normal wear and tear and draw a card. Alright, so this player has a network security card and 2 attack cards. I'll go ahead and play the antivirus expired. So this does 1 point of damage to this person's antivirus and 1 point directly to the PC. So that will knock out their antivirus and do 1 point of damage to their PC. This player does not have any antivirus, so they're going to take 1 point of damage. Then draw a new card, and play will pass back to the original player. Play will continue on from player to player until both of either teammates has been reduced to 0 points. And that is the basic gameplay for a cybersecurity trading card game.